Hi, so I want to show you here an old power direct vent water tank that I have here. So this water heater is one of the more rare water heaters as far as tank water heaters are concerned. So a lot of people know about the power vent, which is the exhaust being blown out by a fan or motor right on top of the water heater, while this one here is a power direct vent. So the power direct vent has two PVC pipes coming down, and one is the intake and one is the exhaust. So you'll see in the back there, for this particular one, it's actually the intake. So here I just want to show you some of the corrosion that's been happening. This tank is roughly a 11-year, 12-year tank. So you notice there in that label there, it says inlet. So there is the PVC, the air is coming down for intake and combustion in the bottom where the burner is at, and here is the outlet, and in the back there you see the motor blower fan. So I just want to show you here the sort of the oddity here of this particular water tank. Now this one is fairly expensive, so when I went to replace this is the old one. It cost me a good $2,400 with labor. So the original tank cost about $1,500 to $1,800 and while I was hunting for a more modern tank to replace this, it was around the same price, $1,500 to $1,800, which is basically more than twice the amount of a normal water heater. So a normal water heater might be a direct vent water heater with a flume at the top, and the exhaust just comes out, and there is no particular power or electrical mechanism that blows out the exhaust, whereas this one has both the intake and outtake. So you'll see here that's the model number of a State Select water tank that I have, and it is one of the older brands. Again, this is about 10 years old. You'll see that it was, I believe it was manufactured in 2004 for this particular one. And I just want to show you a little bit of the piping here. So this is an apartment building, and you'll have a lot of the odd configurations because it's not quite as convenient as having it in a basement. So a lot of the piping is in a very constricted area, such as in this case it's a utility closet, and in the bottom there is that temperature controller and gas controller that lets in the gas and regulates both the gas and actually the temperature here. So it inputs a lot of the sensors, the temperature sensors, the water sensor, the burner sensor is down at the bottom there. And I just want to give you a look here of all the various piping within this closet, just to accommodate this water heater. That, once again, this is called a power direct vent water heater, as opposed to a power vent, which is just one pipe for the exhaust, whereas this has an intake and a exhaust PVC pipe. Just want to show you some of the piping configuration here. And so, that's really it. That's sort of basically what I wanted to show, and you could see. So I am on a 3rd floor, or this is actually my parents' place, but I am on the 3rd floor here of a 5-floor building, and you can see the pipe goes all the way up. I do not believe it goes straight up to the roof. There is some 90 degrees curves and angles there. You can see here. So some of the regulations for the piping is, for this particular one, the piping, I believe, goes up, can support up to 60 feet. So considering I'm on the 3rd floor and the roof is on the 5th floor, and every 90 degrees elbow is considered 5 feet. So you could subtract from that 5 feet. Now the more modern ones support a longer distance, up to 125 feet of piping for the intake and the exhaust. But that's really it. I hope this helps, and if you find this useful, please subscribe, and thank you for watching. I will have another video on my newer tank that I will be installing, so keep an eye out for that, and thank you for watching.